One love, everyone.
One love.
In today's video, we talk about
Your 1 year anniversary of
yeah,
semen retention.
the 1 year challenge that I completed a few days ago. So it's all about diving deeper into that topic and sharing our experience for a full year of semen retention
Yes, and we had a special guest.
as well. So stay tuned to watch the full video. A lot of deep information for those who like to go to a deeper level into things like we do. So this one is all about that. So enjoy this video.
Yay!
Love and light,
Love and light.
as usual. Back on the YouTube video after a while. Took a little break to focus on many projects. So more to come as always. So now this one is about semen retention, my challenge, my 1 year challenge that has been achieved 5 days ago on May 17th. Now we are May 22nd. So a year later. So again, the intention behind that challenge for me, it's always to try new things with my avatar. I'm big into biohacking, and this happened to be a super biohack that is, could say, at least, but to me at this point, easy to do, and that has a lot of many benefits. So if we start with you, what has been your experience for the past year? Because there is some benefits, but also there is not just benefit to it.
Well, obviously, semen retention is something that is very particular. And it's important for the woman that is with the male that is doing this practice to be aware that when you have sex with a man and he releases, there is a energy exchange. So that energy exchange, a lot of women will take that to fuel them. And that's an energy that they will need to carry on and to just go on with their lives. So that's something to consider because, when you are with a male that does semen retention and he doesn't come, well, you are, I don't want to say depraved. Is it depraved? You're,
what do you want to say?
It's like you don't have that energy.
Yeah.
Exchange.
Okay. You don't receive.
You don't receive the
prana at the same level, but you do receive some. There is still an energy exchange.
Of course, everything is energy.
Yeah.
But there is a real life force that will be spread inside of you when the man releases seeds, regardless if you're trying to be pregnant or not. So we have to consider this.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty big deal on a daily basis.
Yeah, to don't have access to that anymore. It's like cold turkey
off. It's a sacrifice for both partners. Of course,
I would say more for the woman, because for the male, once he is into semen retention, like me, I am a year in and I am not in a hurry to release at all. I'm not looking forward to it because now I'm good with it, but you can continue your point and I will further expand on that part after.
Well, I just think that, like you said, for the woman, it's a bit, I don't want to say it's a loss, but it's a sacrifice. And, there is something in our mind that the programming is that, if a man doesn't release, then what's wrong? It's like there's unsolved business here. Like there's something not unsolved, but unfinished business, It's like, and you will have those thoughts in your mind. Like sometimes like it's not done because that's the way that you were programmed.
Like I'm not enough or things like that, or
no, because you understand that it's a practice, so it's not like you're going to take it personally.
Yeah.
It's just that it's like usually never ends like this. It always ends with a man that's coming.
Yeah.
And now the man is not coming, and you're like, okay, I have to get used to this.
Yeah, because again, we lived into an inverted reality. So now our work here is to come back like according to the real way to live, which is to invert the inversion. So this is what we're doing here. Yeah.
So it's interesting, and I mean, it was a beautiful 1 year. I wouldn't change it at all. I think that we came closer and closer. The bond that we have is deeper than anything that I have ever seen personally in my life. So I'm super grateful for that, even if it's a sacrifice not to have him come. I mean, if that's the counterpart, that's good. That's good.
It's a good one.
That's good. But it seems like when a man is not coming, it's almost like there is a part of his brain that is awakening to being more sensitive to the other person. And I don't know if it's only you that is like that, because then I don't want to say things because maybe it's only you that is like that. But you were already like that. But what I'm trying to say is that a man that is doing semen retention, from my experience with you, is that whenever I was having a need and I was able to express that need, you were always willing to address.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because you are always available. I mean, because you have that infinite prana.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you have a need, I can address because I can get up to the task.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. Okay. That's not the point. The point is that you are sometimes, when the man is focused on coming, it's not as important for him to understand what's going on in your body, what's going on in your brain, and what it is that the woman needs
to go to a deeper level,
to fly,
to be in more synchronized.
Yes, and to feel safe. And I think that when a man is not focused on coming, it will make you feel safer, because then you know that he's not in it only for the gain of coming. He's not having this intercourse with you, or this, this relation with you just to come and to release. And because men are addicted to releasing.
Yeah, it's a drug.
It is like, a lot of different things, but it is a drug. So I think that I feel, because that's how I live, that is that when you are with a man that doesn't release, and he's with you and he's taking his time with you, then you can really appreciate whatever he is offering you even more so, because you know that he's not in it for just sex. He's in it for the commitment, for the connection, and for his growth. And how inspirational it is to be with a man that is willing to go through that length to grow. I mean,
to grow that positive energy ball together.
There's not a lot of men that would consider not coming in a relationship for 1 year. I don't think there's a lot of men. You're kind of crazy.
No, but that's coming. That's what I feel because of the benefits. So
yes, but there's benefits to go to the gym every day, and
yeah, but that's a trend, and me, I am there to first to experience it myself at the personal level, and then to be able to share about it, and just to put it out there in the ether, and for anybody that will pick up on it whenever it is, just to share that experience with the collective. So it's like the 100 monkey effect. When you reach a certain threshold, then it becomes a trend. So I'm part of those like trailblazers that came here to open the path and open it a bit wider to help the next generation that will follow.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But all that to say that it's not everybody. And, we have to be honest about that. And it's not that you are the only one that can do this. No, of course not. We know one of the men. Well,
yeah, one friend of mine that also practiced that as well.
But you know other guy.
Yeah, it's the only one that I am aware of so far in my.
No, you have the Farah.
Yeah, but other people, other influencer on Instagram and YouTube for sure. Yeah, but at the personal level, I don't know any other male that jumped into that bandwagon so far.
I would highly, if you are in a relationship or not, I would highly recommend it, because it's going to transform you into becoming so disciplined within yourself.
Yeah, it's a hack. It's a matrix hack. It's a discipline. It's like martial arts. I mean,
asking a man not to come is more than a hack.
Yeah, but for the man to do that practice, it's a hack in his own life.
Oh yeah, but it's more than a hack. It's transformational.
Yes. So
because a man not coming.
Yeah. So to me, my experience is at the beginning, we were practicing that. I was releasing one time a month at the very beginning. We started that practice a bit over 2 years ago already. Yeah. And then I did that, I think 7 months and a half. Then when I released, that's
the
last year. Yeah. And then on May 17 of 2022, I started another run, and now we are May 22nd, 2023. And my experience is that, let's say the first 6 months, there is that ramp up, that like energy that grows and that you have to manage. But to me, like, I would say like at 6 months and beyond, it was just business as usual. I cannot say that I have more benefit, let's say between 6 months to a year in my daily life than compared to, because there is other guys, let's say like Faris there on this Instagram.
Yeah.
For him, it's like to release every 2 weeks to 4 weeks. So for him, it's like when their cell phone is full, there's no benefit to keep it plugged and keep charging. And then I had a talk with him, and right away it was like, oh, it doesn't have like to be for an ego thing to go further, but me, is it ego based? Maybe, but I like to push myself, like doing fasting, I did a lot of biohacks. So this one is about semen retention. We'll keep there. But to me, it's a challenge. So there's people that go up the Mount Everest, and to me, it's like to have those challenges in my daily life. So I just enjoy doing those challenges for myself, to explore new territories and to experience new experience within my own body, to know the physical body to a deeper level.
To know your own limits as well.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, it has been a very enjoyable like experience. And like I said, I'm not in a hurry at all to release it, because now I'm like on cruise control. And the last time, after the 7 months and a half, when I released, I was like overworking, was overworked, but I did have a big crash after. So now I am a bit like, So again, we will do a divine transmission. We will have, I don't know if it's going to be the love beings, or we welcome any other beings to get their perspective. because from our human physical perspective, there is so much that we can understand. So to get their perspective on that will be very, very interesting. And yeah, so again, it's to take what resonates and to apply what you feel compelled to apply in your own life and in the way to discover your own body as males. So yeah, anything else to add?
Not me.
Not you?
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay. So we will do our meditation. Bring those who feel compelled to step forward. And there is a lot to be discussed. So we'll see. Okay.
Beijo. Mm. 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 From the joy I come, and from the pleasure I seek. I am not my name. I am flower blossoming. I am not my intelligence. I am divine guidance. From those who seek me, they will find eternity. The joy is within me because yellow is my name. The essence that I emanate is from my abdomen. Oh, joyful, they say my name in joy and in laughter and in songs. You heard it all before. Joyful, yellow. I come from many places, domains, and times. And I am here for you tonight to present you an idea based on the question, if you like.
Ready for the questions?
Only if you are.
I am. Grateful for your presence. So I have a small list of questions that we will address, and we will also go with the flow based on the conversation. So the first question I have is, I will start with this one here. So the risk versus benefits to do prolonged semen retention like a year, like I just did, because some in the community say that past a month or two, you can get like prostate infection. Never been a concern to me, and I didn't experience any negative effect that in my avatar doing that for a year. So for those who have that concern, what would be your perspective on that specific aspect?
Within oneself, you will find the capacity to elongate or to minimize one goal. The mind will stretch the capacity of the body. The body do not create. The mind creates. Remember who you are. Whoever, how far do you want to go? How far can you see? How far can you attract? How far can you create? Then you will become. Then your body will evolve and acclimate to be ready, to be soft and flexible. It's not about what is good, what is not good, it's not about that. It's about how do you feel? What do you need? What do you seek? How do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Danger. What is danger? Eco-protective, minimizing the capacity of one's soul. If one's soul is capable of becoming this machine that it wants to become, the mind will follow and the body will follow. Synchronicity. The wave doesn't go both ways. The wave goes in one direction. If the wave goes, then you go. If the winds retract, then you retract.
Mm-hmm. Back to mind over matter. Mm-hmm.
Back to soul
Soul
over matter.
Yeah, soul over mind and mind over matter.
Hierarchy.
Makes sense. Okay, so again, to me, no concern. I was not having any fear about that, and it went like pretty smooth. So the next question I could ask is, what effect does semen retention has on our energetic field? I would like to get your perspective, because me, I feel that it is massive, but how could you put that in human words?
When you are at your best energetically, your battery are filled, are full, but they can always be filled and filled and filled again. You have a timeline. In this timeline, the capacity that you can suck in is infinite. It's really based on how far can you stretch your mind to absorb all this energy. Around you, there is an aura. Around you, there is a color. Around you, there is this gaseous thing that will spread further and further as you get as you magnetize the polarity inside of you, those polarities, when they are frictioning and becoming stronger, then you can vibrate wider. The seed of life, when it stays within you, the vibration that you emit is to start from 10 to 1,000 times stronger. And when you get to that point, you will see that your life is changing. Everything around you is moving. There's chaos, there's things falling, there's things moving, and there's things becoming something new that you did not expect. And you get frustrated, and you get unsure, and you get confused. The human mind, when it doesn't recognize itself, the ego wants to save it, and the ego wants to protect life at all cost. When the mind cannot recognize itself, it's gonna kind of counter attack to bring things back as they were before. But you will see that your life will change. And when your life change, allow the change to come. Because it is the energetic field around you that is actually destroying all that no longer serve the purpose that you put into one mind. And when that one mind is focused on getting that one thing that the mind wants, then the soul will create everything around the physical body and around the physical outside the physical body. Your surrounding will change, will shift to be recreated with the seed of life that is so potent inside of you, that life must be created, that creation must be created, that new beginning must start. Seed of life being kept is seed of potential. It's seed of creation and of infinite possibilities. You understand?
Yeah, to a very deep level. And I highly resonate with what you just said, because I did experience a lot of chaos and change, but I didn't make the link with that semen retention practice. But based on what you said, there is a massive link between all that, those changes in my life and all that chaos that occurred during the last year, but for the better. It was linked to that semen retention practice because of the energetic field around me that was different. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes. All this boiling energy that is inside of you, that you felt so strongly inside of you, had to go somewhere. It had to do something. At some point, you cannot hold all that energy within you. The body needs to do something with it. The soul needs to create with it. If I cannot create a human being, what am I going to create? What should I do with this? It has to move.
Mm-hmm.
It has to create. At first, it's boiling inside of you. and then no longer.
Yeah.
Why? Where does the energy is? Where does the energy goes? Around you. You are putting your own seeds everywhere around you energetically. When you put your seed within one woman, chaos will happen in her body to create life. The body will change. The mind will change. The hormones, feelings, the reality will change to create life.
So this is why past a certain time, it's not that difficult to manage like it is at the beginning, because
the
it's,
body is full.
yeah.
When the body is full, it has to spread around, which means the energy goes elsewhere. The energy is no longer trapped in the body.
Yeah.
The energy doesn't have anything else to fix inside the body. It's not the body itself. The body is a vessel. You can clean a house 10 times in a day. It's not going to be cleaner. At some point, you have to clean outside the house. At some point, you're going to have to go outside of the vessel to create an impact on one reality. The reality is not only the vessel, but it will always start with the vessel. But the soul has more capacity that you could imagine. And a soul filled with energy, infinite probabilities and potential.
Okay. And again, those who say that to release like once a month is ideal, to me, it's not my experience. I feel benefit to push it to 3 to 6 months. And after that, like we just discussed, I don't feel more benefits, but I guess it's still a benefit to just keep going, because if you release, then you have to rebuild that momentum or that energy.
One should never be afraid to let go. Control is the opposite of creation. Creation is free flowing. Energy will always come back. Creation will always be created. They will not uncreate themselves. One must hold on to the rope until a certain point. And then you must let go of the rope. And you will, fall down a bit. Then you can hold the rope a bit lower. But the ascension process to get back to where you were, you get so strong. You held the rope for so long. Now you are used to it. It's second nature. When the mind is used to one thing, and it's an unconscious competence, then the mind, the body, and the soul can recreate the situation. Holding on to the rope won't make you stronger after a while. You let go of the rope and then you climb your way back. Movement. The muscle must move. If you just hold, you're going to be strong for holding it. But what about moving with the rope? What about dancing with the rope? What about becoming the rope? It's a dance. It takes two to dance. And the dance must be fluid. The dance must be free.
I see. So this is again that theory from Kevin, one of our friend that also does that practice. So for him, he says like even if you release once you are on your semen retention path, it's not like you go back to zero necessarily.
No, you don't come back to zero. How could you?
Mm-hmm. And the question that I have on my list as well is that into that 1 year, like in few occasion, like happen, like I call that like a micro release because you are playing always like on the edge of the climax. So as a male, when you go just a tiny bit over, like beyond the tipping point, then the process of releasing begins. But like me, I was just holding back to it and stopping the process, but still having like micro release. I never felt anything like losing a lot of prana by those micro release, but I was curious to get your perspective about those. So I guess it's back to what you just said. It's a dance, so you lose a little bit, and we keep dancing.
Just a little bit, just a little bit of your love.
Mm,
Relax into it.
yeah,
Why so serious? Relax into it. If the minds become the controller, it's done. The soul is in control, and the soul is fluid. Go as far as you can. Do the best that you can. Let go of the rest. And laugh.
yeah.
And dance and move. Movement.
So a question that I have is like planning my next release to have a ritual for that. Um, so it was to get your perspective, like if you have any tips or input about like a planned release to make the best out of it, to use it to its full potential.
Depending on how in a hurry. If you are excited to get something, add some prana to it. Seed of life.
Yeah. And the talk that I had with Niyama, we were like having fun, like doing supposition. Let's say, imagine instead of the past year, instead of doing that semen retention, if I would have release all the time every day, the difference in the timeline would be massive.
First of all, the timeline would have been much more equal.
Yeah.
Calmer.
Yeah. Okay.
Less chaotic.
Yes. Again, back to that link. I didn't make the link between semen retention and all those um, events that occurred, but it does make sense. Yeah. So with like, let's say regular release, then the timeline would have been like a more flat. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. Grateful. So if you have any other message, my question list is covered. And I don't have more questions in mind. So if you have any final message. Grateful for this divine transmission with you.
Mm.
So is there, I know you have no name, you're yellow. Is there, do you represent a collective? Do you represent How can we call you?
But now you can call me Goddess Yellow.
Oshun?
I will not express a name because in this moment in time, it is more a representation of many things. But you could call me Oshun, but I am not it at this moment.
So we can call you Yellow for now. Been an honor to share this moment with you. Looking forward to go deeper into that path and gather more knowledge and apply with that same intention always.
Dura son. Dura son. May the sun be with you. For eternity.
Hello. Welcome back. I'll fold my legs a bit. Some blood in my legs. Oh my God. Yeah. Good time. This one will not go on YouTube as it is. We'll have to chop it a bit.
Yeah.
Easy.
It was different.
Yeah. It was different. As usual. Always different.
No, for me, this one was different. No, for me, it was really different, this one. I felt like first of all, when I came back, I really felt like I was missing somebody, something, I'm kind of sad. I'm really kind of sad. It's like there's this memory now and it's kind of sad. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm a bit sad now.
We'll get back there. We're recreating that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going back, but it's like it's a memory, and it's hard to explain. But yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and when they say that we were calling them, maybe we can further expand. Is Kevin that shared some?
Do we want to share that now?
Yeah, for the Sun Tribe. Sure.
I just want to
spread your neck. Go ahead.
stretch my legs.
We have a new mic setup here, which I believe will increase the audio quality a lot because I monitor here and the sound is
perfect.
Great.
I was not expecting ancient Egypt to just show up tonight.
For semen retention.
No, I did not. And at first when the energies came, I was like, because I talk to the energies before I let them speak through me, because I want to make sure that whatever I get is pure, so I take the time to sense the vibrations. And anyway, I was feeling some type of Isis, and then when I asked, it was like, no, it's not Isis, but it was close enough. And then I said, is it Oshun? And then they say, no, but it's close enough. And then I'm like, yeah, well, and all I was seeing was really yellow. So it felt like Egypt. That's for sure. It felt like Egypt, and that's all I know. That's as precise as I can get for now. And sometimes they don't tell their names from the get-go because they kind of want me to go through some type of process to find it. And then when I find it, it's like, oh, of course, it's they are teaching you things, but they are not giving you everything. They want you to do your homework, and they want you to feel so that you learn discernment. They are always teaching you discernment, always. And if we go back to semen retention, because now I digress, but what do you have to say?
What I have to say is that link they made with all that chaos
that you experienced.
Because in my personal life, I did in the last year experience a lot of things. And when she was like speaking about that, I just connected the dots. It came to my mind like, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So I was during that process, I never made that link with semen retention at all.
It's true that we didn't.
No, not at all. But now it just makes so much sense. And like the scenario we made, let's say if I would have release on a regular basis, like we would be in a different timeline.
Yes, but it would be more like less chaotic.
Yeah, but more of the same, which we don't want anymore anyways. So I trust the process. I know that the path is golden. And when there is chaos and like difficult things to manage at a personal level, I know it's a blessing. So
in disguise.
In disguise, yeah. But now it's not even in disguise anymore. It's like,
no, we know it. We know it, of course. I'm just playing, but
yeah,
we know it.
Yeah, but before it used to be like a blessing in disguise. But now we just know, like, okay, there is chaos. It's because there is like the pot of gold on the other side of it. So just when it's there now, it's like, okay, one more time.
One more time.
One more time. So, but now lately it's like it's getting like more even, because at some point I don't know how much more chaos.
We're not calling it forth.
It's not our preference, but when it's there, and we just move forward according to what it is, and we keep going.
So I guess that's what it is for now.
Yeah, it's high five to that.
Yeah.
Ancient Egypt. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
That's what it is for this one.
Yep.
Love and light, and more to come as always. Grateful to have reached that step into the path, the process. We know the path is golden. There's more to come as always. But that was epic. So sending you love, light, a lot of energy, and a lot of semen retention, prana. So that's it.
See you next time.
Yeah.